going to take another look at the 2024 recruiting class, and we're going to shine a spotlight on four-star quarterback Ethan Grunkemeyer, who's going to be playing for the Penn State Nittany Lions. We're going to take a look at his highlights. We're going to take a look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. Before you do, you need to click that subscribe button because we're covering the 2024 recruiting class every single day, player by player, and you need to know what these guys look like. But here's his 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward a few minutes. But he is a four-star recruit, ranked 8th in the class among quarterbacks, ranked 7th in the composite. However, we're ranked out of the top 100, 103 in 24/7 Sports, 6'2", 190. We're signed with Penn State. We're enrolled with Penn State. We received 25 offers. I say that's good enough to get the job done in my book when it comes to offers. But this guy rose the rankings from the Elite 11, the camp circuit, signed with Penn State. And honestly, we're looking at a good quarterback. Let's look at the scouting report and accolades down here. Played in multiple All-Star games, Under Armour All-American Bowl, the Elite 11. That's where he got a lot of buzz from. And not much in the scouting report, but he is very productive at the high school level. Good numbers, good percentage of passes, and taking care of the football. Throws with some snap on the ball, has a good arm, has some velocity, solid athlete, can escape pressure. We're looking at a guy that can sling the ball downfield with some accuracy, has a good arm on him, can move around in the pocket a little bit. That's what they're saying here. We're going to figure it out when we watch the highlights together. However, we're looking at a smart guy, 3.85 GPA, average 4 points per game in basketball. So again, multi-sport athletes, what we're looking at, and he's locked in with the Penn State Nittany Lions. We're looking at a quarterback here that rose the ranks during the Elite 11 and during the camp circuit. And he's a four-star prospect going over to On3, and he's a four-star prospect down the line in the recruiting rankings with everybody else. And On3 has him ranked as the QB 10. The industry rankings has him ranked as the QB 9. ESPN has him as the QB 5. Rivals has him as the QB 15. On3 has him at 10. 24/7 Sports has him at 8. So he's in that 10 range of the class. Four-star prospect going to Penn State. Had a late rise in the rankings. But we're going to take a look at him right now. This is where we're going to get a good look at his play style, how he looks on tape. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're going to watch tape together all year long. And here we go. We got 12 minutes of tape too. All right. From what I saw, because I was talking, the pocket was closing up and he whipped it out and he got down there. The release looks pretty quick. That's just a sample of 2 passes. Rolls out a bit. Ball's hanging down there. We're moving. Gets it on the run. Out in front of the receiver. That's what you want to see. Scanning. He's got a quick release, and that zips there. Watch him again. Steps up in the pocket. Gets it downfield. He's from Olentangy. That's in Ohio. That's not too far from me. Getting out in front of the wide receiver. He looks like he's going to be the heir apparent to Drew Allar. And we're fitting it down there. We're fitting it down there. Getting it downfield. We got some accuracy downfield as well. And it's just him in the pocket slinging bombs. Him in the pocket slinging bombs. Ice water in his veins. Ball's there. That wide receiver's covered. We still get it there. Moving a little bit on this throw. Looking at where that ball went. It went towards the wide receiver, towards the sideline, away from the coverage. Moving around the pocket. Bam. Hits this guy. Good anticipation on that one. We're talking about the high school level. Top end. That's good anticipation. Look how I'm moving the pocket here. Scanning downfield, keeping our eyes downfield. He could have ran with that. He could have. Eyes downfield, we're working. Finds this guy in the back of the end zone. From what I've read about the Elite 11 stuff, he was outproducing a lot of those quarterbacks ranked higher than him, like San or Nolan and company. Like, he was looking better than some of those guys. And then you watch the tape here. That ball could have been a little bit more out in front of the wide receiver. But that one's placed right by the sideline where it should be. He's rolling. I was on the run, and that window wasn't super tight, but it was tight enough to where he could have made a mistake and didn't. Towards the sideline there. Smart with his throws. I'm glad we got a bigger tape. I think this might be junior season. A lot of these prospects won't show their senior tape and maybe short clips. We got a rocket. We got a rocket on him, too. It's not like he has a weak arm. He gets it downfield. He has velocity. Granted, there will be guys with stronger arms, but you don't want to look at that as the main thing. You want to look at him and be like, yeah, he's got a strong arm. He's also accurate downfield, good anticipation. He's good at this. You want the whole package, especially at the quarterback position. Where's the anticipation? Ooh, yeah. Because he let that rip right before the route break, and that got to where the separation was made. In the pocket, we're moving. I think he needs to hold that football more up, though, when he's moving the pocket. Like in high school level, watch the ball dangle a little bit. Sometimes when he's moving around, which is fine at this level competition. Keep it up. But strip sacks could be a thing. But I like him keeping his eyes downfield. Tighter windows compared to a lot of other quarterbacks. Moving, there we go. Ooh. I like how he can throw the ball at different placements. Different launch pads even. There, he slung it. There's some zip. He throws with different velocities because he has touch. Like there. You got to look at that stuff too. Bam. Gets it out there quick. Look at him go. Is he going to take off? Now we can see some of that speed. Let's see what he's packing. Fast enough to compete. Ball's coming his way. You see the placement there where it was kind of away from the coverage? Like he's not just throwing it to him. He's throwing him where he keeps the ball safe. Like there too. Up and away towards the sideline. Downfield. Where the wide receiver can run after the catch. That's also a quarterback stat. Again, out in front of him and away from that DB. Let's watch some of his feet. Solid platform there. Ball gets out quick. Sees it quick. We might have an underrated quarterback here. I don't understand why he moves well in the pocket. He moves well. He's good under duress. I think we've seen enough out of him to where we get a good grade on him. He's definitely a Power 5 guy. Smart with the ball. We don't have the low lights here where the mistakes happen. I wish I could see that. Because quarterback, like, you see the intangibles, you see the upside. And the upside's got to be super upside, really, for you to be all in. But from what I'm seeing, because we do have a large upside of the highlights, is a guy here that has very good placement, very smart with the football. Very good in the pocket. Like, he's doing some Tony Romo-esque stuff back there. Maybe not to the degree, but he has a good feel. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. On the run, a little bit of duress. A little bit of a window there. Still got it there. He's a very creative quarterback. Here we go. He got a good feel of the pocket and keeps his eyes downfield. Dude's very chill back there. He doesn't get rattled. He might be an upgrade for Penn State. Because if we can take those steps of development. Because think about this. When we look at these quarterbacks. We look a lot at quarterbacks here on this channel. Look at that play. Look at the duress there. Keeping his eyes downfield. Think about what he's working with here. When it comes to pressure. Staying in the pocket. Looking downfield. And we're seeing a lot of clips like that. Good anticipation. The ball's going to a safe route. Very good feel of the pocket. I can definitely see why we got to the Elite 11. And he was going off. I can definitely see why his stock rose then. A little bit behind the wide receiver, but still, it made the play. Moving. We're not a Konami code quarterback. We're not going to be a dual threat, but we can move around a little bit. Look at that placement. Just high enough to get away from the defender while moving, again, towards the sideline. Steps up. He gets it out quick. And with a laser. Like, I don't know why scouts really did not like him or if he didn't pop on the tape. Olentangy is a school that you hear a lot about in Ohio. I'm about an hour south. I know about Olentangy. You hear about that a lot in Ohio. I don't understand why he did not pop in the process with this type of tape. I don't understand why the recruiting sites are not all over this guy more, especially considering it's a quarterback. Quarterbacks get clicks. Eyes downfield. Look at him downfield, off that back foot a bit. Just trying to stay away from the defender, and we get it. Boom, hits the pass catcher. We got a lot of sample here of him doing good things. Send back. Rolling under duress. Rolling, bam. Hits his guy. I'm going to get in my fantasy league right now and see if I can draft him, because I'm in a draft right now. And we draft deep college players. And I'm in it right now, and if he's available, which I don't think he should be, but he might be. Because I'm catching guys in this class available. People are sleeping on. Bam. Again, do you see where the placement of that ball was? The defenders were on this side. He places the ball over here where the wide receiver can still make the play and get upfield. And there was zip on there. He gets it out quick. All right, we got an underrated quarterback here. Look at him roll. What I like is that he has a lot of experience under duress. And that he's very good under it. He's very calm. And I'm glad we're looking at all the highlights here. I'm glad he gave us 12 minutes of highlights. And I think the experience of being under duress a lot, having to work under pressure, is going to allow him to translate quickly to the college level. From there, the NFL level, top-tier college level, being one of the top Power 5 quarterbacks, we shall see with the developmental portfolio going forward. But considering he moves well in the pocket, he has a lot of experience. Like here, working in the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield, getting the ball out quickly, putting the ball in a safe area. I think that is an indicator that he's going to transition quickly to the next level. I don't look at him being a 4-star quarterback that you look at in the recruiting rankings and you wonder what happened during spring ball over the years that you didn't hear their name ever or see him on the field. I think there's a good chance you see him on the field sooner than later, too. There's a very good chance. I feel like what I'm seeing here and what I've seen from other high school quarterbacks, granted, it's highlights, but comparing highlights with him giving us a sample here this large, him maneuvering in the pocket so well, putting the ball in smart spots. Look at him rolling out. We got our guy here, hits him. I didn't think he was going to throw it to him because he was open for a bit. Maybe he could have got the ball out quicker to him. There are some plays where I'm like, well, the ball could do this. He could have done this. But there are also a lot of plays where he gets it out quick. Quick, ball there, towards sideline where the wide receiver has to rise up and make that play, but allowing him to have that opportunity. I don't think the recruiting sites look at upside. I think they do not put upside in their rankings, and I think that it's fear-based. But I like to look at the upside because when you look at the rankings at every position and how many of them don't materialize as starters, why not? And I think there's upside here due to how quick he gets the ball out, how he deals with pressure. Like there, he's put on his back. How smart he is with ball placement. Like there, we're just going to freeze this DB and then I'm going to run it in. We got wide receiver. We're doing a block. We're going to slip out. That was one of their plays. they have drawn up in one of their special plays. So, there's a lot to say about this tape, but Ethan Grunkemeyer, if I'm saying that right, sometimes I say names wrong, but what I saw was a very good quarterback that got slept on during the process. Granted, he is a top 10 quarterback in the class, but no one's really talking him up. From his Elite 11 appearances, people are talking about that, but it's really died down right now. We're looking at a quarterback who's very cold-blooded under pressure, keeps his eyes downfield, and is going to deliver that strike. He's smart with the football. He'll put it in an avenue where it's harder for the defense to get to it. And the interceptions, I guarantee you, they're kind of low. He's also dealing with a lot of pressure, and he's a good escape artist. He's got a good zip on the football. He's got good velocity. He can get it downfield. Granted, there's other quarterbacks that have a stronger arm, but when you look at the entire package, man, I like his anticipation with that strong arm and the velocity. I like his thought process. I like he's got the chill vibes back there in the pocket with guys in his face to keep his eyes downfield and deliver the football. I believe with that experience, with that exposure of being rushed so much, dealing with that trash, and being able to convert off of that, that's going to allow him to transition quickly to the Power 5 level. What we get after that, a stud quarterback, one of the top Power 5 quarterbacks, a guy that just competes. It really depends on how he develops. The quarterback game from high school to college, from college to NFL, that is a big mystery box. Developing, scheme, coaches, there's a lot of variables there. But the upside is there. The intangibles are there. And this guy has immense upside. He has immense game here. And I feel like he has every opportunity to be one of the best quarterbacks in this class. And I feel like he's underrated. And I feel like he's a guy that needs talked up some more. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.